Now, the House of Amouage recently released two brand new Attars. These are called Santal Sohar and Amber Sogara. And I received these little press samples here, and I'm going to be telling you about what I think of these Attar fragrances. Are actually quite expensive. I think if you buy the bigger size, it's like 12 milliliters, and it's 180 Omani Rials. And that translates to, I think the conversion rate is like 460 something US dollars. So in any case, they're very expensive fragrances. I'm looking forward to giving you my thoughts on these two brand new Attars from Amouage. So make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I give you my thoughts on these two brand new fragrances, of course, we have a Santal or a sandalwood based fragrance. We have an amber based fragrance. I'll tell you all about them, the performance, the longevity, so on and so forth. I do have a little bit, and I had the opportunity to try them both on skin. But I do want to start the video off first by saying that if you're a fan of fragrance videos, they can be top 10 fragrances videos, giveaways, reviews, unboxings, brand new designer and niche releases, all that good stuff. Support the channel if you don't mind by subscribing to it, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up. It would really mean a lot to me. Now, I do have a lot of Amouage fragrances. I love the brand of Amouage. We have Epic for men, Epic for women, Interlude, Reflection, Myths, Fate. There's so many from the brand that I absolutely love. And of course, I do have a lot of my favorite fragrances of all time coming out of this Omani brand. And here we have two Attar fragrances, and these are pure oil. So they're really strongly concentrated. You're not going to get anything stronger than this, basically. So 12 milliliters is 180 Omani Rials, which translates to around 460 US dollars as per the current conversion rate. Of course, there are undulations and fluctuations, but as we're dealing with it right now, we do have the first one, which is called Santal Sohar, and this is going to be the first one that I'll talk about. So I've had the opportunity to wear these on skin, and like I said, they're very strongly concentrated, and this is so creamy and so rich. You have the sandalwood, you also have a bit of rose in here as well, but you have cloves, and the cloves brighten this composition, give it this exotic quality, and the cloves are so rich and they're so natural and so strongly concentrated that they're almost sweet. And it's a really weird thing to say because, you know, a lot of people think of clove, you think of eugenol, which is the active compound in clove. You might think of like dentist's office or something like that. But here, the clove is so strong. It really smells sweet. And that sweetness could be coming from some other ingredients. Of course, the note breakdown that I saw online doesn't show the fragrance and what it contains in its totality. There are a lot of other ingredients that are not necessarily listed in the note breakdown, but this is rich, it's creamy, it's spicy, it's exotic, it's so flavorful, it's so rich, and it smells super expensive. Not only is it expensive, it actually does smell very expensive. Wow, Santal Sohar is an awesome fragrance. However, I do think people are going to probably want to wait until the colder weather to wear this one, whether you get this little discovery set or you purchase the actual 12 milliliter bottle. This is one that is going to do very well, especially in the colder weather, colder seasons. It's really going to shine. Now, longevity, 8 to 10 hours I got on my skin. For oils, it's actually appropriate to rub it in. I know for eau de toilettes, eau de parfums, any spray with alcohol, you know, they say don't rub it in because it will accelerate the development or the evolution of the fragrance. It bruises the molecules. It kind of gets rid of the top notes, some of the more volatile ingredients in there. And I do believe that's true. And it is true. If you ever spray your skin and do one of these, you'll smell it and you'll notice that it kind of smells like the heart or the dry down. However, in the case of this fragrance, I feel like that acceleration doesn't happen because it is an oil, right? So sometimes you do need to work it into the skin and kind of integrates itself with your skin chemistry, your pH levels, how oily your skin is, how hydrated you are. All of these things will be a direct factor, and a bunch of perfumers that I've spoken to have even shared as much with me. The second one is not a sandalwood based fragrance. The second one is an amber based fragrance. This one also has rose, it has ambrette, and it also has aldehydes in it. So it's going to be a little bright, little sparkling. Amber Sogara is the name of it. So let's see what this one is all about. Wow. So the ambrette, it's musky, it's sweet, it's a little vanillic. It has this pear-like quality. It combines with the aldehydes. It's much, 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 much brighter. So the sandalwood offering is much darker. This one is much brighter. I thought it was going to be the other way around because amber, you think of something very dense, very balsamic, very rich and resinous, and it doesn't have that going on in it, if I'm being honest. As a matter of fact, it's very bright. The aldehydes give it that cheerful quality in the opening, very sparkling, but I probably dipped a little bit of the oil onto this 10 minutes ago, 8 to 10 minutes ago, just before I started this review, and I still have that sparkling quality in here. So the performance on both of these is quite incredible, if I'm being honest with you. I do want to say that the sandalwood offering probably lasted a little bit longer on my skin, more, you know, I would say upwards of that 10-hour mark, whereas the amber-based offering was more in like that 7 to 8 hour mark. But both of these are incredible. The quality, the diffusiveness, just everything about it, you will get noticed, right? We're not talking about 100% oil for nothing, right? You put this on skin, you rub it in, you are going to notice that this is going to produce this wonderful cloud around you. And if you're a fan of these ingredients, notes, or accords, amber being an accord, of course, you are going to love these fragrances. The ambrette, that pear vanilla-like quality in the amber-based offering. The rose is really nice and smooth, and it gives it more of like that perfumey characteristic, if you know what I'm talking about. Not to suggest it smells old lady-like or feminine or anything like that, but it does kind of give the fragrance more of like that classic perfume vibe, and the aldehydes have everything to do with it. And you know, the rose certainly contributes to that too, but that ambrette is really smooth, musky, sweet, vanillic, pear-like, and it's beautifully done. Look, two brand new Attars by Amouage. If you have a chance to sample these fragrances, please make the effort. Sample them if you can. I know the brand produces nothing but hits, and I love everything. Like I said, Enclave, Interlude, Reflection. I love this brand, and I've been supporting this brand for well over a decade. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel by hitting that red button down below. Hit the bell, give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.